Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have another FIFA 21 ratings video. Today we're going to be tackling Manchester United. In this series we take what I think is going to be their starting 11 next season. We compare their FIFA 20 ratings to what I think their FIFA 21 ratings are going to be. We have a little talk about them. It's very interesting and yeah, it should be a good time. Just before we get into this, a disclaimer that this was recorded on the 24th of August, so if other players have joined the club and would be in their starting 11, I don't know about them. But anyway, if you do enjoy this, please make sure you drop a like and most importantly subscribe if you're new to the channel with the notification bell turned on. It'd be massively appreciated. With the likes, if we can hit 20 likes, it'd be absolutely fantastic. We've hit that on all the other ones thus far, so if you could do that, it'd be amazing. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting one. Man United FIFA 21 ratings. Let's do it. First, we have Man United's highest rated player, David De Gea. Now, I firmly believe that he is going to go down from an 89 to an 87. Yes, he is a fantastic keeper, but he's starting to very much go downhill. His performances have been slipping. He is known to make quite a few errors. I don't know what it is about Spanish keepers at the moment, but they can't hold on to a ball. But he has cost Man United a fair few points this season, I'm not going to lie. The reason I'm putting him down to an 87 is because he is A, not an 89 rated level keeper anymore. 2, he deserves a -2 downgrade because he hasn't performed that well enough this season, and I just don't think he is the guy. I think Henderson's going to be coming up for Manu soon, and De Gea is going to keep going down and down because he's not the same keeper he was anymore. He does pull off these incredible saves, and he has some won the games in there, hence why he's still 87 rated, which is still a high rating, but overall he's going down 2 for me. Next we have Luke Shaw, who is going to be staying the exact same at 81. I think he's had a very solid season. A player that I actually really rate. I think he's a bit underrated, but just because he's kind of had not the projection people expected when he was signed from Southampton, but I think he's a great player. I think if he just keeps his fitness up and everything going well, he's got a great delivery. He's fairly good in defence and a good player for Manu to have at left back. So as I always say with the ones that stay the same, he hasn't deserved to go up, but he hasn't deserved to go down at all. He's just sat there. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was 82. But I think EA will keep them at 81. Next, we have an interesting one because he has been in the news recently, not for the right reasons, with his Greek antics. Anyway, Maguire 82. We're not gonna talk about his antics. I've kept him the same at 82, purely again because of the same reason with Shaw. Really, I think Maguire is a great player. He does have a bit of a mistake in him, and sometimes he is a bit slow, obviously, so he doesn't sometimes fully grasp the pace of the Premier League. Another issue is Man U play a really high line in defence quite a lot of the time. It's Ole's like format for defending, and once you pass Maguire, that's game over. He's not catching up with you. Bit of an issue, I think, but he is their captain, and I think he has had a good enough season to remain an 82. Obviously, he's their captain. He's like one of their big players. 80 million pounds for him as well. So I think he should be more than an 82. I'm not going to lie. He should be in concept, but he's not performing like that, and he's going to stay an 82 in my opinion. Lindelof is next, and I think he's going to go down from an 81 to an 80. I could have kept this one the same. The issue is I think he does bring down the Man U defence slightly. I do actually kind of rate him a bit, but from what I've seen from him, and it's not that he has a mistake in him, I just think he overall brings the defence down just a little level. I think if they had another a better centre-back than that, the defence would be a lot better, matching with Maguire. The issue is Lindelof just doesn't quite hit it for me, and again, he's not the fastest how fast I thought he was before. Not fastest, and also he just doesn't have that physical presence that I think Man United need at centre-back, and I think his season has been average at best, so that's why I'm going to put him down 1. But as I've said, I could see EA keeping it at 81. Next is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think he is going to go up to 79 to 81. I think he's had a fantastic season. I think he's really good at defence, incredible at tackling, obviously. He has really good stats in that. And I think he's actually a bit underrated in attacking. I think he's quite dangerous going up. He looks a bit like Bambi on ice sometimes when he attacks, but it's lethal and it's direct, and yeah, I think he deserves the 2 upgrade, and I could see him going up quite a few in the next couple of years. Moving on to midfield, we have Nemanja Matic. Now, at the beginning of the season, I probably would have predicted that I would have put him down by the end of the season, but I'm going to keep him at 81 because since like the post-lockdown incredible period that Manu had, he's just been such a rock in that CDM spot. I thought McTominay had got him out of the team for good, but he's come back and he's shown that he is that like Premier League winning Matic, you know, the one that stops people in their tracks, the one that like comforts that defense in front of them. So for that reason, I think he's going to stay the same and not go down. Could go up, but I don't think he will. Next, we have an interesting one in Pogba. Now, I am putting him down 1 to an 87. Now, might get a bit of heat for this, but I think he's had an underwhelming season and he hasn't performed to the standard of an 88 rated player. I think that is just the truth. I think that you cannot say that he has performed the same level as he did the season before, which got him the 88. So I'm going to put him down 1 to an 87. I think that is quite entirely fair. He hasn't done quite enough, and the bright lights have been taken by other players who are about to come up in the team predictions. But an 87 rating for Pogba is still a good rating, and I reckon next season, if he plays a full season at Manu with the way they're playing, I think he could go back up to an 89 and really claim that like Paul Pogba is the guy. Because when Paul Pogba is playing his best football, no exaggeration, he's a 91 level rated player. When he's at his absolute peak, pinging balls, scoring screamers, just flair, skills, he is incredible. But his average game display recently has meant that he's roughly an 87 rated player. Next, we have the man who has been stealing all the headlines and everything, Bruno Fernandes. Now, he's an 85, and I've put him up to 87. Now, if you watch my Premier League prediction, reaction to my Premier League predictions video, you know I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. I think, although he's been fantastic, he's a bit of a penalty merchant, and he's come into a Man United team and said, I'm taking every single set piece. So obviously that pads his stats a lot, but hands up, regardless of how many penalties he's taken or free kicks or how many of his assists are just like a little pass to Martial before he does something incredible, he has been a game changer for them, and he has been so influential. A Man U getting third. They just got third, they scraped third, and Bruno Fernandes, you got to put a lot of that to him. So that is worthy of a 2 upgrade, in my opinion, to an 87. Could I see it just being up to 86? Yes, but I'm going to actually be a bit generous to you Man U fans today. I'm feeling nice, I'm feeling fruity. Up to an 87 for me. Moving on to the attack, we have Anthony Martial, and he is moving up to an 84, in my opinion, from an 83. I think he's had a brilliant season. He's transitioned purely to striker this season. He's proved, I think he got over 15 goals, which is very impressive for a Premier League striker, considering in the Man U's front three they share a lot of the goals between their like attacking 4 or 5 players. So that's the reason I'm putting him up. Not much to say there. He's just had a good season, so he's going up 1 rating. Simple as that. Job done. And he should be a very, very OP player. Next, we have Marcus Rashford, and it is the exact same story with him. I'm moving him from an 83 again to an 84. I think Martial and Rashford are on nice equal like platforms at the moment in terms of their ability. I think they work fantastically together, and I really rate Marcus Rashford. Although a lot of his goals were penalties before Fernandes came, he did score a lot of decent goals, and yeah, I think he's just a great player, and I'm really excited to see what he is going to do for England in the future. And last but not least, speaking of a future prospect, we have Greenwood with an incredibly high upgrade of 9 from 67 to 76. He's moving into the gold cards. Now, I could have easily given him a 78, 79, 80 because that is the level I think he is, but you can't give him the stupid upgrade like 15 or 16. I think 9 is realistic. He'll probably go to 76 and then have an incredible season. Next season, he'll make a big jump to maybe like 80 or 82. I think Mason Greenwood is probably, I hate to say this because Chelsea have an incredible amount of youth players, but in terms of the young English players, he has the highest ceiling. He is incredible. He hits the ball outrageously well. He runs like a true athlete. He's going to be amazing. I promise you that he is going to be incredible, and I'm very jealous Man United have him. So he's going up to a 76, but by no means does that not mean that he's going to improve so much more. And I would give him an 80 if I thought they'd give him a ridiculous upgrade, but I don't think they will. For that reason, he's getting a nice 9 upgrade, and another interesting cheap striker for the beginning of FIFA 21. Anyway guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Let me know what you thought down below in the comments. I'll reply to every single one. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.